In this video, you will learn how to solve different math problems to prepare for the CFAT and ASVAB test. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with one set of blank sides, equal length, equal angle, parallel, or right angle. Alright, a trapezoid looks like this. So the answer here should be a set of parallel sides because a trapezoid has two parallel sides. So the answer is this one. Which of the following statements about a parallelogram is not true? Opposite sides and adjacent angles are equal. The area of a parallelogram is base times height. The perimeter of a parallelogram is the sum of the lengths of all sides, or a parallelogram is a quadrilateral. Now, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two sets of parallel sides and opposite sides. Let's say this is a parallelogram or parallelogram, and these are sides A, B, C, and D. So the opposite sides and angles are equal. Therefore, A here is equal to C and B equals D. Well, this angle here is congruent to this angle, and this angle here is congruent to this angle. And to solve for the area of a parallelogram, that is just equal to base times the height. Okay, this is the height. And then the perimeter is just the sum of the lengths of all sides. So that will be A plus B plus C plus D. Okay, let's take a look at the choices here. It says a parallelogram is quadrilateral. This is true. Perimeter of the parallelogram is the sum of the lengths of all sides, which is also true. The area of a parallelogram, which is base times height, is also true. Opposite sides and adjacent angles are equal. This is not true. So this should be our answer here, because the opposite angles are equal. A man works 3 jobs. In 1 week, he earns $500 at one, $65 at the second, and $175 at the third. What is his total weekly salary? Now, to calculate the man's total weekly salary, we just have to find the total amount he earns at his 3 jobs. That means we add up all of his salary for the 3 jobs, and this is just equal to $740. So this is the answer here. If side A equals 6, so this is 6, side B equals 9, what is the length of the hypotenuse of this right triangle? So the hypotenuse is the longest side, and in this case, that is side C. So this is the hypotenuse. Now, to solve this, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is just the square of the hypotenuse, or the longest side, equals the sum of the square of the other 2 sides. Then we plug in the given values. A is 6, so that is 6 squared. And B is 9, that is 9 squared. So C squared is just equal to 36 plus 81. This would give us 117. Therefore, C is equal to the square root of 117. You get the square root of both sides. So the answer is square root of 117. 6 1/3 plus 5 3/10 equals. So these are mixed fractions. So in solving mixed fractions, or in adding mixed fractions, we just have to add the whole numbers. So we have the whole numbers 6 and 5. So it'll be 6 plus 5, which is equal to 11. That is for the whole number. And then we add the proper fraction separately. So that will be 1/3 plus 3/10. Now we get to add these two fractions. We get the LCD. So LCD is the common denominator, or the lowest number that can divide both 3 and 10. So the lowest number that can divide both 3 and 10 is 30, or you just simply multiply 3 and 10. 3 times 10 is 30. So that will be our LCD. Then 30 divided by 3 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. Then we copy the operator sign plus. And 30 divided by 10 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So this is just equal to 19/30. Therefore, 6 and 1/3 plus 5 and 3/10 is equal to 11 and 19/30. So that's how to add mixed fractions. So where is that? This one, 19. Okay, this one, 11 and 19/30. A rectangular plot of land is measured to be 130 feet by 220 feet. Its total area is. So the area of a rectangle is equal to its length. Area of rectangle is length times the width. So we're given here the length, which is 220 feet, and then multiply that by the width, which is 130 feet, which is just equal to 28,600 square feet, or feet squared. So the answer is this one. All right. Factor 4y times 3x plus 2 minus 2 3x plus 2. So to simply solve this, any part of an expression that is common to every term in the expression can be factored out. So in this case, the common term here, or factor, is 3x plus 2. So we can factor out 3x plus 2. So 3x plus 2. And then we'll be left with 4y minus 2. So therefore, the factors of this expression here is 3x plus 2 times 4y minus 2, or vice versa, 4y minus 2 times 3x plus 2. Okay, so the answer is this one. You can always check that by distributing 4y minus 2 to 3x plus 2, or multiplying both of them, or using the FOIL method. The formula for the area of a circle is which of the following? So in solving for the area of the circle, we use this formula, pi times the square of its radius. So the answer here is this one, pi r squared. What is the distance between the points 2, 4 and -1, 8? Now we're given here 2 points. So to find the distance between 2 points, we can calculate the distance in terms of x and y. So that means we just have to subtract the values of the x's and the values of the y's. Then we square it and then get the square root of it. Or we use the distance formula, which is just equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared, where x sub 1 and y sub 1 are the values of the first point, or either of the given points, and then y sub 2 and x sub 2 is also the point, the coordinates or the values of x and y of the other point. So let's say our x sub 1 is this one, and this is y sub 1, and this one x sub 2, y sub 2. So we just plug in all the values to the formula. That is -1 minus 2 squared plus 8 minus 4 squared. So distance is just equal to -3 squared plus 4 squared, which is just equal to the square root of 9 plus 16. Distance is equal to the square root of 25, which is just equal to 5. So the answer here is 5. But in case you don't memorize the distance formula, you just have to subtract the x values and the y values. You get the square of each of the difference and then get the square root. You will get the same answer. The surface area of a rectangular prism with sides 3 by 5 by 5 inches is. Okay, now we can use the formula in solving for the surface area of a rectangular prism, which is just equal to 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. So let's say our length here is this one, and this one is our width, and that one is our height. So we can just plug in all of the given values here. So 2 times the length 3 times the width 5 plus 2 times the length 3 times the height 5 plus 2 times the width 5 times the height 5. So this is just 15 times 2 is 30. 15 times 2 is 30, and then 10 times 5 is 50. So this is just equal to 110 cubic inches. So this is the value of the surface area of the given rectangular prism. So this is the answer, 110 square inches.